Hey guys, Ian Preston here. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Christmas. It's Christmas Eve right now, and this is on my second YouTube channel. And I wanted to review a movie titled The Christmas Story. It's for a Christmas movie review. I don't think I did review Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer in 1964, but I didn't review A Christmas Story. I wanted to review that. It's set in the 40s. It came out in 1983. Sorry about this camera, guys. It was set in the 1940s, and it came out in 1983. It has Peter Billingsley in it as Ralphie Parker, Artie Robb as Schwartz, Ian Petrilla as Randy, and Zach Ward as Scut Farkas. And then there's Melinda Dillon as Mrs. Parker, which is Ralphie's mother, and then Scott Schwartz as Flick, and then what's her name, Teddy Moore as Mrs. Shields. I think his name was Jeff Gillen, who was Santa Claus, and then Darren McGavin, may he rest in peace, as Old Man Parker, which is Ralphie's dad. It all starts off with, Ralphie getting up in the morning, telling his mom he wants a BB gun for his birthday, but she said he'll shoot his eye out. He imagines himself as a hero with a BB gun, and eventually his little brother gets too much all over him, almost too much hood stuff and jacket stuff all over him. Sorry about that. And he couldn't get up and he couldn't put his arms down, but Ralphie helped him out, and then the kids put on these little tea thingy to be funny with Mrs. Shields, their teacher, and then Schwartz triple dog dares Flick, and then he gets his tongue stuck to a pole, and then Mrs. Shields calls the fire department and the police to get him off the pole, and then she assigns them to write a story about what they want for Christmas. And then they have an encounter with Scott Farquharson, Grover, his little buddy Grover. Sorry. And then later that day, that night, Ralphie's dad wins something, a big old leg lamp, and he gets a view from it from outside. He sees it inside the house, and then eventually they get a Christmas tree. They had to pull over and then fix something. Ralphie helps his dad. They accidentally dropped something, and then they accidentally drop something, and Ralphie goes, "Oh, fudge." And the narrator of him said he didn't just say fudge, he said the big word, the F-dash word. He gets soap in his mouth, and he said he hears it from Schwartz, but the narrator of him says that he heard it a lot from his dad, and then Mrs. Parker calls Mrs. Schwartz, and then she punishes her son immediately, and then Ralphie imagines him with blind, saying he had soap poisoning and making his parents cry, and he gives his teacher a Christmas basket, and she was grateful for it, and eventually, what else? Ralphie tries to write these with this compass thingy when he learns about this from Little Orphan Annie, his favorite radio show, and then apparently it was some weird crummy commercial that didn't end right, and he swears at that. And then the next day, Flick has an encounter with what's his name, Scott, and then Ralphie gets a C+ or C- on his story, and then it also says, "P.S. He'll shoot your eye out." He imagined his mom getting to Mrs. Shields, and then later Ralphie gets an encounter with Scott. He starts crying, and then he gets mad and beats up Scott and punches Grover, and then Ralphie's mother takes Ralphie home. He was all sad, he was crying, and then Scott never bugged him ever again, and then his dad let him off easily, which was good. And then Ralphie decides to ask Santa for the gun, and he wanted to get there. They were watching a Christmas parade, and then it took a while for them to get to Santa in line, and he would always send kids down a slide after he would see them, and the elves were weird too. And then Ralphie was hesitating to ask to say what he wanted for Christmas, And then Santa goes, how about a nice football? And then Ralphie's like, yeah, sure. And then Santa tells his elf, okay, get him out of here. And then he was about to go down the slide, and his narrator of himself saying, no, wake up, stupid, wake up. And he walks up and says, no, and then he says what he really wants, a BB gun. And then Santa says the same thing, you'll shoot your eye out, kid. And then he gently uses his foot to kick Ralphie down the slide. And apparently, oh, my cat's there. Hang on, there's Lance. Oh, I'm wearing my, yep, sorry, I usually wear Christmas stuff on Christmas Day. But anyway, his dad says, don't worry, if you didn't tell him, if he was a good boy, he knows. And then the next morning, well, they did have a little power outage at night, and then the next morning they open their gifts. Ralphie puts on some weird, dumb, pink bunny outfit with bunny slippers. And then he eventually finds a BB gun behind his desk, and then apparently his dad said he had one when he was only 8 years old. Ralphie accidentally shoots something, and some little thing hits his glasses, and then he makes a deal with his mother saying, might need to get new glasses. And then he's saying, well, I didn't really understand this scene very well. I'm having a hard time explaining it, but Ralphie faked something, but I had a hard time figuring it out. But other than that, he was able to keep his gun, and then eventually they go out for Chinese food after their food is ruined by their neighbor's dogs that are so annoying to Ralphie's dad. And then they do have Chinese food, and the film ends with Mr. and Mrs. Parker looking out the window all happily on Christmas night. But anyway, that's a pretty funny movie. It came out in 1983. It was a great movie. Sorry, hang on, yeah. Put a smile on my face, 9 out of 10. Bob Clark directed it, and may he rest in peace, because I know he passed away a while ago. And that's all I got for you guys. Please like and subscribe for more videos. And for more, what I meant was, please like and subscribe for more of these reviews and these reaction/review videos on my second YouTube channel, which is my Ian Preston Reviews channel. Turn on post notifications so be notified right when a video does come out. And I'll see you guys in the next one, and have a Merry Christmas. Peace out. Love y'all. Have a safe one too.